Let me start off with saying welcome to my YouTube channel and thanks for watching. If at the end you feel you gained any resources out of this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Today I'm going to go over a little short video of my YouTube video here on this belt grinder. I actually looked out on YouTube, and man, I reached out to a lot of people that have built these, and there's so many different ways to build a belt grinder. It's just unimaginable what all you can do with one of them. To give you a little insight on this one, I had to cut this thing apart 2 or 3 times to get it where I've got it today. You find a lot of videos out there that show you a belt grinder but don't really give you any dimensions. And after this video, I'm going to post a 2-part video. This one, the second part, is going to include all the dimensions of what I actually have here. This thing is a 72-inch by 2-inch wide belt grinder. It's got a 1-horse motor, 1725 RPMs. Now, my first design, I had it where it was sitting a lot lower here, where this was down where I couldn't put a plate on the front of it, a table. So I had to cut these 2 legs out right here and raise it up. I don't have a tensioner or say a 2-way adjustment on this. All I have is, forward and back to take the tension out of the belt. And a lot of people say that just doesn't work. Well, it's working for me. It may not work for everybody, but it works for me. I've used mostly scrap iron to build this one. I've used 2x2 square tubing pretty much on all these pieces here. And you're probably asking, well, what's that long piece up here on the top? Well, it's actually a design I had on the first one that I didn't like. So it's going to get cut off about right here. And I may make me some kind of a light stand out here in front of it. Like I said, it doesn't have a work table yet, but we're going to get that put on there in the next couple of days, and we'll shoot a video of that phase of it. Now, let me rotate it around so you can see a little bit more of it. I hope the video gets a shot pretty clear. This is the opposite side. I'll move the camera around so you can get some better shots, close-ups of it. The plating is adjustable. You can go front to back on it. I shot this video a couple of days ago outside, but there was so much road noise, and you can probably hear a little bit in the background now. Had to reshoot it. It was just unbearable. This roller here, the drive roller, is 4 3/4. This one's 3 1/4. This one's 2-inch, and the bottom one is 2-inch. Now, I think the final drive or square feet per minute is going to be right around, I'm thinking 2000, 25, 20, 50, somewhere around that. So it's not going to be running extremely fast, but it'll have high torque. Now, in the future, I might decide to change the drive pulley out to say a 6 or 7 inch, and that'll speed up the, I guess you'd call it, square feet per minute that the belt travels. I'm also going to take and weld a plate on here, attach a spring down here to keep tension on it, where if the nut and bolt comes loose, it will automatically adjust itself. I'm also going to raise this pulley up about another inch. So I'm going to re-drill a hole down here lower, so it'll come up so you'll actually have a little more tension to work with. Again, folks, this is my version of my 72 by 2-inch belt grinder. It's nothing fancy. To get the job done. I've seen a lot more out there on YouTube. A lot of them are nicer, faster, bigger, better. But out of a bunch of junk iron that I had laying around from other projects, I created this one, and I think it'll do a fine job. I'm going to go ahead and get a electrical extension cord. We're going to plug this thing in so you can actually see it run. Something else I failed to mention in the earlier part of the video is that most people are trying to just set your motor in place, align it as good as you possibly can, and then match the pulleys to how the drive motor is working. I have found that in reality, it was easier for me to make sure all these 3 pulleys were aligned properly, and then align the motor to work, line the motor to work on the other 3 pulleys in sequence, I guess you could say. I can take and actually move this belt over left and right, here and here, and on this pulley back here, by just agreeing the motor on the back. And it's easy to do because I have a couple of slots here and here and on the bottom 2 bolts where I can take the motor and I can turn it, you know, this side up or down, and I can also shim behind here in between the bolts and both plates to actually bring the motor back to make it track further in towards the motor. I found that a lot easier than doing it any other way. You don't get that explained to you on too many YouTube videos out there that are showing that or explaining that. But again, I like to align these 3 pulleys first, and then I adjust the motor on my tracking, being that I don't have a tensioner up here that can be adjusted both ways. Mine is just forward or backwards. Alright folks, here we go. We're fixing to plug this bad mama in. As you see that it's tracking a little bit to the left of both of these 2 pulleys here, so I'll go back and actually just change that motor angle in the back of it, and I can bring the tracking back over just as much as I need to bring it over to where it's centered on both of these 2 front pulleys. Give me a second here and I'll grab a piece of metal. Like I said, I don't have a plate on it yet, but we'll just stick this up here so you can see how it actually does the thing. You take this stuff right off. I'm not pressing it very hard, but it does hog a little bit. It's also a little light in the front because the motor's so heavy in the back. But by the time you put the plate on the front of it up here, I'm going to take a 2x2 square tubing and come up straight up here, which will be set over here more likely. Underneath here, come up, and there'll be a plate across here where I can work whatever material I'm working on. Well folks, if I've given you any advice or you enjoyed the video, take the time to hit the like and subscribe button. We have all kinds of crazy videos out there. Like I said, we're not a state-of-the-art facility that does this for a living, but we're one of these just make it guys. We just get an idea and we want to make it. We don't have any prints or plans. We just do the best we can with what we got. If you've got any questions, drop us a line down there in the comment section and we'll be glad to help you any way we possibly can. This is Larry with Just Make It. Again, hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.